Can Dwight Howard save the Oklahoma City Thunder? Is he the answer at the center position now that they're without Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Jalen Williams? I'm Trevor Lane. This is the Basketball Bulletin. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Joining me is Donnie Freeman. Donnie, Dwight Howard helped our Lakers back in the day, came in after an injury to DeMarcus Cousins, and he seems to think that he could do the same thing for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Can he do it? What do you think?
I mean, at this point, the Thunder are just looking for any big to kind of go in there and kind of get some minutes. So possibly he can give them some good minutes for sure.
Well, so here's what Dwight had to say. He was talking with NBA legend Kevin Garnett, and here's Dwight Howard, he's been basically campaigning for every open center job. He was even asking Jeannie Buss to give him another shot.
He said,
recently.
please.
So here's Dwight. Here's what he has to say about OKC and their needs at the center position.
See, your boy is ready. What's happening?
Chet Holmgren just went down with a hip problem.
That's bad.
And then what's the kid? What's the kid's name?
Hartenstein.
He's
He
out.
hurt too?
He's been hurt. He's been hurt in the beginning of the year. He fucked his hand up.
Okay, see, your boy is ready. What's happening? Y'all need a big.
I ain't saying nothing.
Y'all need a big.
Keep going.
Y'all need a big. Y'all need a vet.
What we doing?
Y'all need somebody that's gonna bring some energy.
What the
Y'all need
fuck we
some-
doing?
Hey, I'm
What
telling
the fuck
y'all.
are we doing, OKC?
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do neither. I just got finished dancing.
Get the line. Get the line going. Get the line
Me
going.
and AC together, Alex Caruso, championship. I'm just saying, we done did it before.
I ain't seen
Y'all already got a superstar.
Certified.
Y'all just need somebody how to play defense that's certified.
Certified.
Y'all need somebody that's certified. Right. He ain't saying nothing, but he's saying something.
What we doing?
OKC, what is y'all doing? What is y'all doing? I stay at the hotel with a ghost at. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
What you saying? You can go to OKC right now. You ready?
I go to OKC right now. Bring the kids out there. We ain't got nothing to do with school.
Right. We need a 2-year deal too. This ain't no
2
one-time
years, let
thing,
me
man.
finish
Come on
out. We
now.
get y'all a championship
now.
and maybe another one.
Come on now.
In shape.
Now, I'll tell you this. I know 100%. It's not, even if a team picks him up, it's not going to be on a 2-year deal. That is definitely not going to happen. But OKC does have a real need at the center position. Now, Isaiah Hartenstein, I think, is not that far off, a couple of weeks maybe away. But OKC also has so far gotten by without having a big. They've been using the other Jalen Williams. Has been doing a phenomenal job playing big at the center position, playing up at the center position. They've gotten away with it, playing a lot of small ball. But is Dwight, can he really help an NBA? Like, he turns 39 in a few weeks. He's a few weeks away from being 39 years old. But could he conceivably, even if we just say 10 minutes a night, could Dwight step in and fill a role for a team, even if just in the short term?
Yeah, I think for a team that is absolutely depleted in terms of bigs, I mean, like you mentioned that they're playing the other Jalen Williams there, and he's done admirably for them right now so far. But the team does have 2 other 7-footers, both of which are injured, like you said. Maybe Hartenstein is coming back soon, but we know that Holmgren's going to be out for a while, and so I think that Dwight could, for a team like that, come in and give them 10 serviceable minutes. And I think that's all you probably be asking him for anyway. He'll go out there, compete, get you a few rebounds, get you a few hard fouls on somebody if you're looking for that, and maybe catch a lob or two, and that'd be good for him. And I think that he could definitely, compete in that role. I think it's a little tricky, though, also because last time we saw him out there for the Lakers in Philadelphia, he wasn't all that great. The Lakers season is a little bit weird in 22. Most Laker fans don't really remember that. And you can maybe argue that season was just, he wasn't great on that team also because of the construction of the roster, all the old guys. That was the Melo season, DeAndre Jordan, so on and so forth. And also Russ, not to disparage Russ in any way, but maybe
we would never do that.
Hey, man, I gotta say it because people will come after you fast. but maybe just like the overall like situation with that season, maybe that's just not really what Dwight was, and he didn't click with certain lineups he was used in, right? And so I think personally he wasn't great in Philadelphia either in that window as well. But I mean, maybe for 10 minutes, I mean, sure.
I mean, so looking at OKC, Do they even need Dwight Howard? I think a lot of it depends on how confident are they that Isaiah Hartenstein is really going to be back in like a couple of weeks. If he's really back in a couple of weeks, then we're talking about, 6 games or so, maybe 7 or something. Then I don't know. Is it really worth it to bring in Dwight for 6 or 7 games? And you got to get him up to speed with your system and all that. They're 2-0, by the way, with no bigs on the roster. They're 2-0. However, what's that?
That's not good for the NBA. We're going back into ultra small ball.
Ultra small ball. Somewhere Don Nelson is smiling. No. So when I look at what they've done, though, I think it's misleading saying they're 2-0 because the Pelicans, they're destroyed by injuries. I mean, just destroyed. And so that's like, yes, you beat the Pelicans, but the Pelicans have 80% of their starting lineup out right now. But you did beat the Clippers, which this was impressive that the Thunder beat the Clippers with no bigs because the Clippers have Ivica Zubac, who is number 4, last I looked, in the NBA in rebounding. But look what it took to do that, though, because you did indeed. The Clippers did crush the Pelicans on the boards. I mean, 47 or the Thunder on the boards, 47-29 rebounding. That's a huge Clippers advantage. And then 15-9 on the offensive boards. But look what it took. It took 16 steals, 23 turnovers for the Clippers compared to just 11 for the Pels. That's the kind of discrepancy it takes if you're playing a quality team to make up for getting just destroyed on the boards like that. And that's how the Thunder were able to get away with the win. I don't think you can bank on doing that night in, night out. And if you look at the schedule ahead for OKC, Phoenix, Dallas. Now, Phoenix, I mean, that's happening by the time people watch this will have already happened. Dallas, that's coming up on Sunday. Then, I mean, maybe you get away with it. It's San Antonio against Portland, but Sacramento, Golden State, the Lakers, like, you're probably going to need your bigs in these games. I mean, can only imagine if you get here and you still don't have Hartenstein, if you got Anthony Davis, Alperen Sengun, those are difficult matchups. Like there are games on the Thunder schedule here where not having a big available is going to really, really hurt them. So I don't know, man. Like I'm rooting for Dwight. I want to see him get another shot. He was not good last time when he was with the Lakers. He looked his age. He looked like he had slowed down. But if you're a team like the Thunder and you literally don't have a center to put on the court, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing to say, hey, Dwight, come give us a try. Although Dwight's former Lakers teammate, JaVale McGee, is also out there too. Maybe he'd be another option. You know what? Sign them both. And maybe between the two of them, you can produce like 15 minutes of quality NBA center minutes between the two of them.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking about what the Lakers should do right now because they're in a similar situation. I think what these guys are going to do, though, is they're just going to, like, they've got a couple guys, I think, on two ways that are quote-unquote bigs. I think they're just going to try to ride it out with that. And you know what? I think with Dwight, I think he's at a point in his career where most NBA teams will just look to two-way guys or younger guys on the market that they could potentially pick up instead of Dwight. I think that he's going to keep campaigning, and it looks like, teams aren't going to answer that. And I don't know if it has anything to do with anything off court. I don't really think that's the case, but I do think that just he may have crossed that hill at this point. So teams are going to kind of just stay away from him, as that's how it looks anyway for me.
Yeah, he may have fallen off the age cliff here, at least in the opinion of NBA clubs, but we'll see. You know what? I have a feeling, Donnie, that 5 years from now, we're still going to be talking about, could Dwight Howard help an NBA team? And he'll probably still be campaigning at that point. He will still be campaigning for a spot.
At that point, maybe 5 years is a lot. That's at that point, it's a little desperate. I mean,
I'm exaggerating.
He looks a little desperate now. The way he was singing the Genie Bus. Like, I don't know.
But could anyone else get away with it the way that Dwight does? Because you just go, oh, it's just Dwight being Dwight, right? Like if this was any other player, you'd be like, man, what is this guy doing? Like if this, I don't know, just throw a name. If this was like Udonis Haslem, everybody would be like, what the hell? But with Dwight, they're like, oh, that Dwight, he's such a character.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if anybody else can really get away with that because he's like laughing and smiling like he's
Yeah.
not serious, but like he's also serious. Like
Yeah, that's the brilliance of it, right? There's deniability. Oh no, I was totally joking 100%. But if you actually want to give me a shot, I am definitely not joking. Oh, Dwight. Well, we'll see what the Thunder can do to hang in there while they wait for their three bigs to heal up. Isaiah Hartenstein, the one that's on track to be available the earliest. Hopefully they'll get him back in action sooner rather than later because they certainly need a big talented team. They're incredibly talented. I think the best team in the Western Conference. But if they're going to get where they want to go, they need their bigs to be out there and healthy. And it could be some tough sledding for them until they get at least one of them back to have that option of having a true big out there on the floor. But everybody give us your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about the Thunder's center position, and should they give a chance to Dwight Howard? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to go check out our latest video, which you can click on right now.